After spending over $11 million on patient acquisition for medical spas and working with over 300 clinics, I can tell you with absolute certainty why 99% of marketing agencies fail med spas, and it's not what you think. And here's what's crazy. Most of these agencies aren't even doing anything technically wrong. They're running ads, they're generating leads. The problem is they're optimizing for the wrong thing. In this video, I'm gonna break down the 5 biggest reasons why traditional marketing agencies fail med spas. And more importantly, I'm gonna show you exactly what a real growth partner does differently. I'm gonna back this up with data from hundreds of clinics so you can see the exact difference in results. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for in a partner and what red flags to avoid so you never get burned again. All right, so the number one reason marketing agencies fail med spas is because they're optimizing for the wrong metric. They care about lead volume, not lead quality. Here's how it works. Most agencies, their business model is based on showing you big numbers in their monthly report. Look, we got you 200 leads this month. But here's the problem. In order to get you 200 leads, they need to run cheap offers. $99 Botox specials, 50% off body contouring, buy one get one free fillers, mini mommy makeovers for $199. And when you lead with price, you attract people who only care about price. You're literally training the market to see you as the discount option. So what happens? You get a flood of leads. Your calendar starts filling up, and then reality hits. Half the people don't show, and the ones who do show are asking for even bigger discounts because they can't afford the actual treatment plan. They're just there for the cheap intro offer, and then they're never coming back. These are what we call Groupon clients. And look, I am not saying that Groupon clients are bad people, but they're not your ideal patient. They don't have the discretionary income to spend $3,000 on a treatment plan. They're not looking for the best provider. They are looking for the cheapest deal. And here's the thing that really gets me. The agency knows this. They know these leads are low quality, but they don't care because their job ends at lead generation. They got you the leads. They fulfilled their end of the contract. And if those leads don't convert, well, that's your sales problem. Now compare that to a growth partner approach. We don't care about how many leads we generate. We care about how many qualified patients show up on your calendar ready to invest in treatment plans. So instead of targeting everyone within a 30-mile radius, we only target people in zip codes where the average household income is $80,000 a year or higher. Instead of running $99 offers, we run $400 to $600 intro packages that filter out tire kickers automatically. And here's the result. Our clinic partners average 30 to 50 qualified appointments per month. Yes, they aren't 200 leads, but they are 30 to 50 people who actually show up, who can afford the treatments, and who convert into high-ticket treatment plans. The industry average show rate is 45%. Our clients average 75 to 80%. The industry average treatment plan value is about $800. Our clients average $2,500. That's the difference between lead volume and lead quality. All right, reason number 2. Traditional marketing agencies run the exact same generic stock image ads for every single client, and that is a massive problem. Let me show you what I mean. If you go to the Facebook ad library right now and search for med spas in any major city, you're gonna see this. 5 different clinics, but almost the exact same ads. Same stock images, same mini mommy makeover copy, same $99 offer. It's all copy and paste. The reason why agencies do this is because it's scalable for them. They can run the same ad for 100 different clients in 100 different cities. Change the logo, change the phone number, done. It takes them 5 minutes to set up a new client. But here's what it does to your business. It makes you look like a commodity. It makes you look generic. It makes you blend in with every other med spa running the same desperate discount. And when you look the same as everyone else, the only way to compete is on price. Who's got the cheapest Botox? Who's got the biggest discount? It's a race to the bottom. Now here's what a real growth partner does differently. We create custom UGC-style video ads with aesthetic models. These are real videos of treatments being performed, real before and afters, real patient transformations. And instead of selling the treatment, we sell the result. Instead of 50% off Morpheus 8, we run ads that say the turkey neck transformation, how to get tighter, younger skin without surgery. We're positioning you as the authority and the go-to expert, not the discount option. And here's the data to back this up. Stock image ads typically get a cost per lead of about $8 to $12. Our custom video ads get a cost per lead of $12 to $18. So yes, the lead is more expensive, but the quality is 10 times better because we're not attracting price shoppers. We're attracting people who are seriously considering surgery, people who've already made the decision to invest $5,000 to $10,000. We're just positioning your $3,000 treatment as the better, safer, more affordable alternative. Reason number 3. Traditional agencies send all your leads to generic booking pages with zero qualification. Here's what that looks like. Someone clicks on your ad. They land on a page that says, book your appointment now. They fill out their name, email, phone number, pick a time slot, done. They're on your calendar. But here's the problem. You have no idea just booked. Are they financially qualified? Do they understand the investment required? Do they have any medical disqualifiers? Are they even a good candidate for the treatment? You have no clue, and neither does your front desk. So what happens? They show up, you spend 30 to 45 minutes with them, and then you find out that they can't afford it. Or they have a pacemaker and can't get the treatment. Or they thought it was a one-time $99 thing and they're shocked when you tell them it's $3,000 for 3 sessions. You just wasted almost an hour on someone who was never going to convert. Now here's what we do differently. We send every lead through an authority funnel with hard qualification questions. And I'm talking about questions like, what's your credit score range? Do you understand this typically requires multiple sessions ranging from $2,500 to $5,000? Are you willing to commit to a treatment plan? And here's what's beautiful about this. When someone sees that it requires $3,000 to $5,000 investment, the tire kickers leave the page immediately. They self-select out. They don't even book. So yes, we get fewer appointments on the calendar, but every single person who does book is financially qualified, medically qualified, and mentally prepared for the investment. This is how we filter out about 70% of unqualified leads before they ever touch your calendar. Most agencies would call this losing leads. We call it protecting your time and increasing your conversion rate. Now, real quick, I know what you're thinking. This all makes sense, but I don't have time to rebuild my entire marketing system. I'm running a clinic, and you're absolutely right. That's exactly why we built Pinpoint Scaling as a complete growth partner, not just another marketing agency. We handle everything: the targeting, the ads, the funnels, the qualification, the follow-up. Our US-based patient concierge team calls every lead within 5 minutes, qualifies them, and only books the ones who are ready to invest. We only work with 1 clinic per geographic area. So if you want us to implement this system in your market, click the first link in the description to book a strategy call. We'll show you exactly how this would work for your clinic, walk you through case studies from clinics just like yours, and see if we're a good fit. All right, let's keep going. Reason number 4. Most agencies either have no follow-up system at all, or they use offshore call centers that have zero knowledge of your industry. Here's the reality. Only 5% to 15% of leads book an appointment immediately. The other 85 to 95%, they need follow-up. But most med spas don't have time to follow up. Your front desk is busy checking in patients, answering phones, handling admin work. They can't sit there calling the same lead 10 times over the course of a week. So the leads just sit there. They go cold and you never hear from them again. Now, some agencies will say, don't worry, we have a call center that follows up for you. And that sounds great until you realize it's an offshore team in the Philippines who's never worked with med spas before, who doesn't understand the treatments, and who's reading from a generic script. The patient asks, what's the difference between Morpheus 8 and microneedling? And the caller has no idea. They sound like a robot. They diminish your brand. And the patient hangs up and never books. Here's what we do differently. We have a US-based patient concierge team that works 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. They're aesthetic specialists. They've been trained on your specific treatment plans, your pricing, your local landmarks, your providers. They sound like someone from your front desk because we train them to be an extension of your clinic. And here's the data. When we take over follow-up for a clinic, their booking rate increases by 20% on average. Their show rate increases by 50%. Why? Because we're calling within 5 minutes. We're following up 7 to 10 times instead of 3 times. And we're working nights and weekends when most clinics are closed. Final reason marketing agencies fail med spas. They don't track ROI. Instead, they track vanity metrics. Here's what I mean. Every month, your agency sends you a report, and it's filled with metrics like cost per click, click-through rate, impressions, website visits, cost per lead. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is how much money did you spend and how much money did you make? That's it. That's the only metric that determines if your marketing is working or not. But most agencies don't track that because tracking real ROI requires tracking what happens in your clinic. Did the patient show up? Did they buy a treatment plan? How much did they spend? Why didn't they convert if they didn't buy? And most agencies don't want to do that work because it reveals when their leads are garbage. Here's what a real growth partner does instead. We track everything from A to Z. We have a real-time dashboard that shows you exactly how many leads came in, how many booked, how many showed, how many converted, and how much revenue was generated. We track the credit score of every lead. We track their commitment level. We track whether they showed up. We tracked what they spent. We track why they didn't convert if they didn't buy. And then we use that data to make better decisions. If we notice a lot of people are saying, I need to think about it, we know that there's a sales training issue. If we notice a lot of people aren't showing up, we know we need to improve our confirmation process. Most agencies hide from this data because it makes them accountable. We lean into it because we're a growth partner. If you don't win, we don't win. All right, so that's why traditional marketing agencies fail and what a real growth partner does differently. Let me recap. Traditional agencies fail because they focus on lead volume instead of lead quality. They run generic stock image ads, they don't qualify leads, and they have terrible or no follow-up systems. And they track vanity metrics instead of ROI. A real growth partner focuses on quality over quantity, creates custom video ads that position you as an authority, hard qualifies every lead before they get on your calendar, has a dedicated US-based team for follow-up, and tracks real ROI with complete transparency. If you've been burned by agencies in the past, you're not alone. Most medspas have. But now you know exactly what to look for. And if you want us to be your growth partner and implement this exact system in your clinic, click the first link in the description to book a strategy call. We'll show you exactly how this works, walk you through real case studies, and see if your market is still available since we only work with one